Brought to you by Penguin.
The Wild Track. Written and read by Margaret Reynolds.
With chapters written and read by Lucy Reynolds.
For Lucy, with Lucy, and in memory of Mona Howard, Lisa Jardine, Adrian Reynolds. I have seen the sun break through to illuminate a small field for a while, and gone my way and forgotten it. But that was the pearl of great price, the one field that had treasure in it. I realize now that I must give all that I have to possess it. R.S. Thomas, The Bright Field. Prologue. We have finished the interview. My producer says, I'll just record a bit of Wild Track. Anyone who works in broadcasting, in film or in sound, will know about Wild Track. You capture the substance, tape the interview, shoot the scene, lay down the number. But then you pause. Everyone stays in place, and you switch on the microphone to collect nothing. Space, emptiness, silence. When I started working for the radio, I was commissioned to present a documentary with producer Nicky Paxman. On that occasion, we were talking to the composer John Taverner at his home, and this was when I first heard those words. I'll just record a bit of Wild Track. Practically speaking, it's a recording of the atmosphere in the room, which a producer can use to bridge the gap between one section of interview and another. So it's a tool in the editing process. But the track has to capture the same ambient sound as when the interview was conducted. And sound is affected by bodies, breathing, beating, and simply being present. So we all sit there, producer, interviewer, interviewee, listening to the distant traffic, a dog barking, someone far off asking a question, water gurgling in the pipes, birdsong. I was enchanted. Such a beautiful term for simply paying attention to silence, to living. But I've since come to regard Wild Track as a parallel to and a parable for so much that happens in life. You go forth with a task. You ask some questions, you receive some answers. Those questions and those answers are what you came for, what you intended to collect, what you planned to create. You get to the place, and you think it is the place. You think you have arrived where you are meant to be. But then, in a space that is entirely separate and specific, you just listen. In a meditation that opens out beyond the moment, to wherever the moment takes you, on the wild track of its own intimate revelations. You never know where it will lead. First light. World is suddener than we fancy it. World is crazier and more of it than we think, incorrigibly plural. Louis MacNeice, Snow. There is a little picture that I look at every day, about 12 inches by 9, oil on board, 18th century, maybe. Very fine brushwork. In the left foreground is a large tree, its wide-spreading canopy arching over a path, with rocks to the right, mountains in the far distance, all under a pellucid sky. And in the middle is a tiny figure dwarfed by the landscape. Hard to tell if it is male or female, but wrapped in a red shawl and walking undauntedly towards the light of the sky, towards the dark of the mountain. It is just one person, a lone being. But then one day, it seemed to me that the questing figure was not alone. In my imagination, voyaging alongside that person was a smaller being, a little child, held by the hand. And together, they were moving out of the shadow into the light of the bright field. Every day they marched stalwartly onwards, and yet every day they were still there, still speaking to me of purpose, challenge, and hope. It is hard now to recall when she, if she...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?